Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today's video is a continuation from the Gamer's Notebook because I've gotten some really cool responses from that. One thing that was mentioned is that some people just don't have the table space for a notebook like that, so I wanted to make something for you that would help for those who have a smaller space to work with when it comes to keeping their gaming accessories organized, especially those spell and item cards. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to take the same crafting foam and create what looks like faux leather pouches. What I'm going to show you are two different styles and two different sizes, so you can have ones that fit for your spell cards, or you can have ones that fit for other things. So DMs, if you wanted to hand your players a letter in a really cool leather looking like envelope, this will show you how to do it. So sit tight. Any questions, please feel free to ask me down below. You can also email me at thecraftingmuse.email@gmail.com. If you end up liking this video, make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe, and stay tuned for a little bit more information after the crafting part of this video is done. Thanks so much. I'll see you later. Bye. These are the two size envelopes I'm going to be showing you how to make in this video. Now keep in mind, you can always adjust this accordingly to fit the needs and the size that you want for your particular project. To make the larger one, you want a square piece of the crafting foam that is 12 by 12. To make the smaller envelope, you want a crafting piece of foam that is 6 by 12, and I'm talking about inches in this case. To get the crafting foam to look like leather, I used a tip that was given to me by Gamecraft's Studio. And what you want to do is crumple up a piece of foil. Once you've done that, you spread it back out open into a sheet so you have all those nice details and textures. And then taking your crafting foam, you're going to place that on top of the foam and then move over to using an iron. Now for my iron, I used my highest setting. I turned the steam option off, and what I did was hold the iron on top of the foil, make sure you're not touching the foam with it in this case, and hold it for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift the iron up, and you should see the texture being taken on by the foam from the heat between the iron and the foil. So again, you're going to move around, and using that count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you keep putting the iron in different spots of the foam on top of the foil, and you're going to see that this texture is picked up by the foam. Again, be very careful for how long you hold that iron on. I do suggest that you play around with your own iron and figure out the best count that works for your iron with the foil over the crafting foam. When you're done with the foil, crumple it up in a ball, and now you have a great ball to texture your Dollar Tree style foam as well as your insulation style foam. To start creating the envelope shape, the first thing you want to do is play around with where you're folding your crafting foam. You can have it so the flap is a little bit more shallow or a little bit more deep, just based upon how you're folding up your envelope. When you get the style you're looking for, what you are then going to do is take a piece of doily thread, and you're going to stitch one side together, starting from the bottom, working your way up towards the flap, using the blanket stitch style that I showed you in the Gamer's Notebook. If you haven't seen that video yet, please click the link above and follow that for detailed directions on how to do a blanket stitch. To fasten off the thread when you get to the top and you are done stitching up the one side of the envelope, you're actually going to work the knot on the inside of your envelope, working underneath the stitch by simply sliding the needle underneath one of the stitches, then pulling the loop up and around the needle, pulling through and creating a knot. This will hide the knot on the inside of the envelope instead of having it on the outer edge. And of course, don't forget to sew up the other side of your envelope so that it has a nice secure pocket for you. The next thing we want to do is make sure that you can keep the envelope closed, and the first thing you're going to do is make the Lariat Strap for this. So to do this, you're going to fold your envelope over so that the flap is folded in half. You are then going to take a threaded needle and put that through where the fold is on that flap in the center area, so you will have this bit of thread poking through when you see it opened up again. With the thread, you're going to loop back around basically where you've entered in before with the same holes, and you're going to pull it through one more time just so you have the thread secured at the midpoint of the envelope flap. What you then want to do using that loop that's in the center now is you're going to run one length of the thread under and up and the other length of the thread over and down. So it sort of creates this opposite direction pull to your thread lengths. Then what you want to do is make a simple knot using your lengths of thread. The next thing you're going to do is take another length of the same doily thread and you're going to run it under that loop and have it so that you basically have 3 strands of thread on one side and 3 strands of thread on the other side of that center loop. Taking those various strands, you're going to make another knot all together, so it's actually a nice big loop you're going to make and then a nice solid knot. And it's almost going to look like a tassel at this point with 6 lengths of thread hanging off the larger knot that you've just created. Now what you want to do with those lengths of thread, you're going to go 2 by 2 by 2 and basically braid the lengths of thread together into a long braid, tie off a knot at the bottom, trim off any excess length so you have a nice even tassel at the bottom, and this is what creates the lariat part of your mechanism to secure the envelope closed. The next thing you want to do is using the same doily thread is you're going to sew on a button of your choice. To do this, make sure you have your flap folded over so you see where your button will need to be placed. Once it is secured, just do a little test run by looping that lariat around the button itself and the envelope should stay closed. If you want, you can add further embellishments as you saw in the gamer's notebook as well. And here we have again the final look of these 2 different size of envelopes. Really, it's the same approach regardless of size, and you can even customize this more by making different sizes that you need for your particular game. It's quick, it's easy, and it has a really great look to it once it's done. It would make a perfect gift for anyone, be it a player or be it a DM, GM. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this video. Any questions, please comment below, or you can email me at thecraftingmuse.email@gmail.com. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe while you're here, and keep watching because there's a little bit more for you to enjoy. Now, in case you missed it and you're not part of my Facebook group or you don't follow me on Twitter, I've decided to join in with the Women in Tabletop Gaming that's going to be happening in the month of June. What I am doing is a video project showcasing other women who create arts and craft type items for tabletop games. So if you are a lady and you want to have your work featured in one of these videos, please email me at thecraftingmuse.email@gmail.com and I'll send along all the information that's involved in this. The only requirements are that you create items for tabletop games and that you are a woman. Sorry guys, this one's about the ladies. So ladies, please reach out to me. I'd be very happy to talk to you about this, and I'm very excited for the project. If you haven't yet, go and check out the lovely little, go and check out the lovely little intro clip that I've shared with everyone already, just to kind of give you a sense of what's going to be involved in these videos. So thank you so much for staying tuned. I will have some more crafting videos for you soon. For now, that is it for me. Have a great week, and I'll see you later. Bye. Special thanks to my Patreon channel champions. Realm Smith, who you can find on Facebook and YouTube, Karina Clayton, Everett G. Parrott, and Alice Reese. Thank you again so much for being channel champions. For those of you who haven't heard yet, I am on Patreon, so make sure you get over there and check it out. I got a new chair and it's fun because it's not one of those chairs. It's like a normal chair where you sit on it. It's actually like you can kneel on it and then you can rock back and forth. It's good for your back and your core strength. It's also really bad if you tend to be one who wiggles and likes to play around. So here I am, like riding my little hobby horse. Ah! I need help. Oh, I need help. I don't know why I have a dream of Genie stuck in my head. Ah. Alright, I'll be here. I'm good. Promise. Boop, 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 boop. That girl's gotta get some sun. I'm like in vampire mode.